friends, it's Nancy, and I'm here with a flip through of my most recent journal. It's beautiful outside. Yesterday was gorgeous, except we had a thunderstorm in the evening, so I did quite a bit of tea dyeing, including these tags. This one, I used a piece of a plastic tablecloth that looks like it's crocheted that I've been using for over a year. This one I did with a new plastic doily. It's only about 12 inches around, and I could only fit 6 tags under it, but I love how it turned out, so I'll have to keep my eyes peeled to see if I can find another one like that. So I used some tea-dyed tags. So I made these ones using my new doily. And this one, these I baked in the oven on a pizza pan, and that's how it got the polka dots. Anyway, we'll put them in as we go. So this is Madge Morton's Secret. It was published in 1914. She has a 2-inch spine and a piece of thread. A hidden hollow back spine with 10 signatures. The fabric that I used to construct the spine is a reproduction William Morris fabric. And this sort of poison green, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Anyway, so I've got some vintage seam binding wrapped around her a couple of times, probably more often than it needs to be, but yeah, that just means there's lots of leftovers. Used a little book plate, one of the little book plates that I got when I scored at the thrift store on Thursday. I just layered up some fabrics and a piece of the William Morris under there to sort of enhance it, I guess. The size is 7 5/8 by 5 inches. Yeah, 5 and a scooch. And it has 280 pages. Mostly for writing. There's not a lot of embellishment in this. And I chose embellishments that I thought went with the era of the, so this is pre-World War I. And I made this little pocket here with a vintage doily. So we're gonna tuck that in there. That's Madge. So this is the actual title page. So as I said, this is, and I've done some stitching. As I said, this is mostly writing, but there is some images in there. This is from a book that I love. It had color drawings of the bird and the egg, and then black and white sketches of what the nest might look like. So here's some ledger, lots of tea-dyed papers. This is manuscript paper. This is a check, yeah. Catherine gave me that. Some journal paper, some tea-dyed grid paper. And then here's a little pocket. So these images that I have here, these actually came out of a 1911 magazine. So I used spray adhesive to adhere them to a more rigid piece of paper. And then this one it's sewed onto some craft paper. I don't know. Just for some journaling. This is one of the 4 illustrations that was in the book. Tea-dyed paper. Just some writing paper. Some of the heavier papers, they are actually blank papers that came out of bigger books that I had saved. More ledger. So this for example is fly leaf paper from a book. So as you can see, lots of writing space. Here's another pocket that I made out of lace, a vintage fabric eyelet. I'll just tuck her in there. This is some old wrapping paper. This is like a steno pad in a pale green. This is another book fly leaf. I'd collected a lot of them and I wasn't sure why I was hanging on to them. So I'm going to use them because they're nice pages. That'd be good for, you know, adding photos to or collaging memorabilia. There's the other side of that pocket. This is the an illustration from the book. This is sort of like a craft paper from an address book. So poor old Madge, she's done all right. This pocket I made with embroidery from an old pillowcase. This is some writing paper. This is airmail. This is a card. This was actually Anna Griffin card. Tea-dyed journal paper. Tea-dyed grid paper. More tea-dyed grid paper, but this was yellow. And with a big book like this, it's nice that it is a hollow back, so that it can lay flat for writing. There's another pillowcase. From a guest book. It also came from Catherine. Check register, that was the word I was trying to think of. Another tuck spot. This also came from that same pillowcase that I've been using. This, I should mention, this purple paper that has the illustrations sewn to it. This isn't cardstock. This is from books, like the fly leaf of books. Well, this one has a doily tea-dyed on there. And this this signature has a piece of crocheted tablecloth stitched to it. I'll just tuck her in there. And I made this bookmark from the spine of the book, the original book. So it was reinforced it and sewed it to another piece of that William Morris reproduction fabric. Added an eyelet and a little tassel, and I'm just going to tuck it right in there. So I really enjoyed making this. I think she turned out very nice. If this is something that you're interested in, I will leave a link below to my my Etsy shop. And if you're seeing this video, it has been listed. And if you go to my Etsy, it's not there. That means it's already been sold. And I'm sorry, but good for me. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back again and see what else I'm up to. You take care. We'll talk soon.